It's your boy LegendaryBeatz from LegendaryBeatzOnline.com. Today's topic today is about the elements of creating a legendary electronic press kit. Everybody, if you're an artist, this is kind of something you should be interested in, because this is what you're gonna give to venues, to labels, for them to check out your work. Alright, so let's get into it. It's time to make you legendary. So, this is gonna be about 7 elements. Alright? I do want to say this, is that your press kit is not going to be focused towards your fan base. This is going to be focused, as I said before, to your to labels. It's going to be focused to radio stations. It's going to be focused to venues, for you to get gigs and performances. What that means is that the people who will be reading these press kits, yes, they may be available to fans on your website and whatnot. They may check it out, but it's primarily for those A&Rs, the people who are in charge of the venues, the people who are in charge of the radio stations, blogs, and whatnot, for them to consider your work for you to perform, to you to be signed to the label, or for them to play your music on their radio station. So I'm gonna go into a few tips of the 7 elements that you should think about and that you should take very seriously when you create your press kit. Alright, so to start off with, we have a photograph or photography, your pictures, your photos. Your photo is very important, mostly because your photo, when someone sees a photo of you, whether it's in the studio or you're performing your track, they're seeing that you're serious about what you're doing, especially if it's a quality picture. It has to be quality. If you could get a friend who's good in photography, or you could pay someone to have a photo shoot for you and whatnot, but you need to have good photographs, because your photographs is pretty much the visual of what people see when they first see you. They want to see your style, they want to see your personality in those photos. So that it's very important for you to, even if you have to pay somebody to take some pictures of you at a performance, or take pictures of you in the studio recording your next track or whatnot, these photos, make sure they're clean, make sure they're quality, and because you're gonna need that for your press kit. Let's see, so music/video. If you do have a music video, you do have a quality music video that you paid for, you had a friend record, or whatever, you did it yourself, and it's good and it represents your music, you think, in the best way, you should definitely include this into your press kit. In the press kit, it's an electronic press kit, so include a link to it in the press kit itself. This is part, I should have said this before, but this is part 1 of the 2-part series. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually create your press kit using Microsoft Word, which is pretty easy. But yeah, so your music video is very important because, as I said, your music video will be you performing your music. So when record labels, when venues, when they check it out and they look at it, even blogs, radio stations, whatever, when they check out your work, they say, hey, this guy's actually pretty good, this girl is pretty good. They look like they know what they're doing. I would love to, support them because they actually look good as an artist. So that's very important. As I said, the quality gotta be up there. You gotta spend some money. You gotta spend money on microphones if you have. If you haven't, if you borrowed equipment from somebody, do what you have to do to get your music to that quality level. Next would be a 1-sheet summary. This is kind of a weird order, but the 1-sheet summary, I should have put this at the bottom of the list. What the 1-sheet summary is, it's a summary of your whole press kit. So in the 1-sheet summary, it'll pretty much be like 1 page or so that pretty much goes into detail on every element here. So I'm gonna jump back at that after the 7th element. So what did we just go through? Photography, your photographs, that's element 1. Music video, that's element 2. 1-sheet, that's element 3, which we're gonna talk about again. And now we're at 4. Press, which is validation. Now what press is from other sites, other well-known websites, blogs, artists, labels, A&Rs, who have commented on your work and pretty much shouted you out per se, or gave you good feedback. Like per se, if this A&R from Sony Records said your name, being the artist, has amazing work, blah blah blah. You put that in quotation marks, then you put under it who the source is, which would be the Sony A&R artist, and then next to that you'd also put the link to that site that has that quote where that artist has said it. I mean, not the A&R has said it, whether it be you know, on a blog or whatever it is, or on their website, whatever it is. You need to link it so that people could, when the person viewing the press kit can click the link and it's easy access to say, hey, oh, is this real? Is this true? Or is this person making it up? So instead of, you know, to answer all the questions, you have their link validated right there automatically. So that's what press is. So what you need to do as an artist, if you have any press from, as I said, from well-known blogs, authors, well-known artists, well-known A&Rs and record labels who have commented on your work online, make sure that you place all of that, even if you were featured in a magazine and whatnot, all of that, you take a little quotation of what they said, add that into the press kit, and then add a link to where you, the person who's viewing your press kit could actually review that content to validate and make sure that it's actually true about you. That's going to help boost you up, because now they get information from a third party that's saying, yeah, this guy is pretty good or this girl is pretty good in what they're doing. So now we're at 5, right? So 5, here we go, MP3s. Now, this is not your Facebook page, this is not your SoundClick page, or SoundCloud, or MySpace, so you cannot drown your press kit with all your MP3s and all your links and everything like that. That's not what this is for. As I said, this is not, your press kit is not for your fans. Your fans may check it out once you have it available online or on your website, but this is primarily for venues, for labels, for A&Rs to check out, and radio stations to check out who you are. It's pretty much your resume. So when I say MP3s, you could have MP3s in your press kit, but what you want to do is you want to limit it to about 3 to 5 songs. Reason being is because they're not going to sit there and listen through all your songs. I mean, as I said, it's not a SoundCloud, it's not a, you know, you need to pick out 3 to 5 songs that best, what do you say, manifest who you are as an artist, that best manifests your music, that best portrays what you are as an artist. So you pick out the first 3 or 5 that you think are the best, that would make someone say, hey, yeah, okay, I know exactly what type of artist this is, I know what he's feeling, you know, just a little bit. If they want to hear more, they go to your website. You have to have a website, you have to have a source where they can find that information out. And it being your website, once you have to link that to, you have to link to your website in the press kit, at least somewhere. I'll probably make another video on how to create your own website, but for now, for this video, just for the elements of a Legendary Electronic Press Kit, or EPK rather. So MP3s, make sure you have 3 to 5. If you are gonna put all of your MP3s in the file or whatnot, at least highlight which ones they should check out, because then you give them kind of like a guideline of what to follow. But I would suggest don't even do that, because it kind of comes across as spammy a little bit, at least in my eyes. But you could try it out, see how people react to it. But I would say 3 to 5 would be the best. Let them get a preview of your work and you pick out the best songs that represent you as an artist. Then we come down to song list. Now the song list is pretty much a summary of the MP3 tracks. So you could kind of say that step 5, which is MP3s, and element 6, which is song list, are kind of the same. The song list is a summary of each song. So what you say is, if the song name is I Love You, and your summary, it would say something about probably what happened while you were in the recording booth recording the song, or something very important about this song. Like, make it like a line or two, like two sentences or something like that. Don't make it a long drawn out story, because that's boring. These people, as I said, they get a couple of thousand, hundreds of thousands of submissions every day. They don't have time to sit there and read, so you just need to impress them as quick as possible. So you need to put something, you know, short and sweet, straight to the point, but it's very interesting to read. So if something happened when you were in the booth recording this track, you know, put that there, you know. So it makes them kind of connect with you on a personal level. After that, we have the bio, number 7. I put bio as the 7th element, the last element, because the reality of it, with press kits, I would say, when you send your submissions to these, you know, busy people, you know, record labels, venues, you know, radio stations, as I said, they're already getting all this stuff every day. So you want to capture their attention as quick as possible. Your bio doesn't really do that. Your bio is probably the easiest thing that you can do. You know, make a bio, you talk about a professional bio, you know, you talk about what your successes are, what started you in music, what made you want to take this route, what makes you want to do that, everything. You know what a bio is. I'm not saying to downsize your bio, I'm not saying to downsize in quality. I'm saying make sure that your bio is amazing, yes, but kind of put that at the bottom. So that way when you win over their heart with your photo, you know, you win over their attention with your music video, and you know, the press validation, pretty much when as soon as they read your bio, they're like, wow, okay, they're gonna read it like they see you, they see your image, they hear some of your music, and they're like, okay, I gotta learn more about this guy. I already like him already. They hear the bio, then they hear your backstory from the bio, and they fall in love with you pretty much, and that's when you get that call. And that's what you want to get. So, with all that being said, not to go too much into that, I'm gonna make some more videos about that. But let me just say this, I'm probably going to say this in every video, is that all your promotions, all of your, whatever you seek to do in music, especially when you're promoting your music, you got to make sure that it's as human as possible. So what I'm saying is you got to make sure the experience is as human as possible. Now even when, you know, you go into the store and you pass by someone who's selling their mixtape, or they're giving it out for free. So what's the first thing that they do? They say, hey, or actually, when those kids be selling that candy all over the place, you know, they selling like the Miss Chocolate candies. I don't know if you ever experienced that. And they always say, hey, my name is da-da-da, and I'm selling this chocolate for my school. We're trying to raise money for our basketball team, blah, blah, blah. And it costs $1 for this. We would love for you to help us out and buy one candy. It could really benefit us in so many ways, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They say what they say. They say, what's our purpose? They say who they are. You know, and then they say, okay, would you like to invest? Would you like to pay for this? Now that is the correct way to market music. That's real promotion right there, and that's hands-on promotion. You know, and I'm gonna talk more about this probably in another video, but don't go spamming people. But that's enough. I started a rant and stuff like that. But if you love this video, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to share this video with all your music friends and family, or whoever else this could actually benefit. And look out for part 2. Make sure you like my Facebook page, facebook.com/LegendaryBeatz. And also, if you want to show some more support,